Here we are, ignition test procedures. Yeah. Diagnostic, I've already read this stuff. Anyways, I thought I'd just take a look at what I'm looking at testing. I haven't tested the wires, I don't need to. Hang on. No, I don't need to. But I do have to test. Let's see where the picture is. That's not it. Look, a multimeter. Yeah, I got one of those. Okay. Oh, I went past it. So I'm looking at the computer, seeing what I'm testing and what things should test at. There's a better picture of it. Any one of these corroded, going to the Sierra International 1857-77 Marine Switch box. They're $175.25. Free shipping from Amazon. I think, unless it's a corroded lead and I clean it and it works, that's the culprit. And I'll find out. If I can find the instructions on how to test this thing, that'd be great. That'll save me $175 if it's not that. So I'm going to keep looking. Then I'm going to go out to the garage. I might just give up on this and go out to the garage and check those connections anyways. So I do a quick test with the Johnson. I've got spark on both cylinders. But all that points to this this ignition box not allowing spark to one of them when it gets hot. So we will, that's what I'm replacing. I've got that coming in the mail. What else am I going to do? I'm going to go take a look at that Mercury in a minute. Just want to put my little clip back on here. One-handed clip. There we go. So I'm taking apart these connections here, and that is to see if I have any corrosion in them. And it doesn't look like it. I'm gonna put them back together with a little bit of dielectric grease, just because I have it. It doesn't take much on each connection to really shield it from the elements. Yeah, this one doesn't look bad either. This one looks pretty good too. I don't really know the history of this motor. I was told when I bought it, or I didn't buy it. You know, I didn't buy this motor. This motor I traded another motor for. And this guy was from Sarnia. Came from Sarnia. I didn't even meet the guy that owned the motor. It was his son or somebody. Anyways, old guy, fishing boat, had bought this motor new, and the motor was too long. This is an extra long shaft. But he used it for fishing. I don't know how much fishing he did. I had bought another motor in St. Thomas from a guy that he said it was a long shaft. I went and bought it. I didn't have anything to compare it to. Brought it home and found out it was a short shaft. Same thing, Mercury 8-horse, exact same motors, you know, exact same cowl and everything. So so I traded it with this guy. Look at that. That's like new inside. So I traded with this guy. I saw an ad on Kijiji. Somebody wanting to trade? Sure, I'll trade. And here we go. I've got this motor now. And it's worked great for a couple of years. And then it quit and started to run on one cylinder. And because I had the other motor, I just swapped it out. So I have no idea how much time this engine has on it. It doesn't look like it's a lot because it's in really great condition. That's clean in there, and you don't just get a motor clean like that. You can't get them clean like that. This one, it looks pretty clean in there too, but this has stuff that just won't come off. This stuff gets baked on, and you can't shine things up like that. So here we are. I've got a motor that I don't know much about, but it seems to be in good shape. It seems to be pretty new. But we'll see what the problem is. It's unfortunate that there's a problem, but there's a problem. So first, check the easy things. Check the connections. Test for continuity. Look, I've cut myself somehow now. I don't even know what I did. Over there. Okay, there's the primary and the secondary coils. Okay, so I just measured these. This is the input coil. It tells the coil when to fire. It tells each coil when to fire. They're both, each lead is giving a signal. So that's good. That tells me that the thing in here is working. It's a coil that picks up the magnetic field as it comes around. So it tells me that it's picking it up and it's sending a signal to the ignition box. I'm now going to check the other wires. There's a secondary coil in here, and it's the powering coil. It powers up, it takes the charge from the flywheel, the magnetic field that the flywheel is making, and it charges the CDI box and sends off the ignition to the other coils, which in turn send the spark to the plug. So let's check those and see if they're sending a signal to the CDI. Okay, so same deal on the other coils. We're getting power, which is good. That leads everything to being this ignition box. I don't know what to do other than take that thing off and take a look behind it. See if there's anything that's glaring to be wrong with it. These will leak. They'll ooze some substance when they're broken. Typically, anyways, they start to overheat and the schmoo comes out of them. So this is what it looks like on the back. That's potted, and by potted, I mean that there's this stuff here that fills it, so you can't get at the circuit board. And they do that to keep moisture out. And it's also to keep curious competitors out, so they don't know exactly what's going on inside that box. You can't open it up without ruining it, because that's like a resin in there. Well, I can't see anything that is wrong here. These wires look fine. Nothing's oozing. Okay, well, back to trying to figure out what's wrong with it online. There's got to be something out there, some way of testing this. testing it without it running anyways. Okay, let's just put some tools away and make another plan of action. So this morning, Heidi asked me to do something when I was asleep. I can't remember what it is. So, I really can't think of what she asked me to do. I told her I'd do it, of course. If it wasn't the dishes, there aren't any dishes. Oh, well, I'll maybe cut the grass or something. Or maybe I'll let the grass go another day. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Or tomorrow. Is today Wednesday? I don't know what day it is. I think tomorrow's Thursday now. Today must be Wednesday. So I'll let the grass go another day and cut it on Thursday. So it'll look nice for the weekend. I won't track in grass into the house. So I was watching another video. Came out, and I've just tested my first coil here. This is the coil that sends a spark, or sends the signal to spark to the CDI box, and it's sending out the correct amount of volts. And then I've tested my secondary coil, which is the coil that charges the capacitor in the CDI box, and it's fine too. So, narrowing it down, the problem is my CDI box. So, I'm just going to get online and order another one. And we will be good to go with this one. And this is because one cylinder's not firing. You can test this with my Johnson. It has to be warm to do all these tests. And that means going out to the lake or putting it in a bucket of water and getting it going. But luckily, this is a common problem with Johnson, so it's I've already swapped out the coils. I know both of them have spark all the time when it's cold. So that one's in the mail, and this one will soon be in the mail. Good. Another mystery solved for today. That's one mystery down. I still don't know what Heidi asked me to do. I hope it wasn't cut the grass, because I'm not going to do that today. Look, she's home. I got to ask her what I'm supposed to do. And I did it. See you tomorrow. Say goodbye, kitty.
Nature is actually a dog.